Alright. One more time. I will not reset from a mistake in the first 2 levels this time around. This is why I like kind of deliberately, when I'm warming up, I make sure to do 1-1 and 1-2. But I guess it doesn't guarantee success. Yeah, KJ. We're not gonna get stuck on this all night, like I don't know, like some Mario 64 runners get stuck in Womp's Fortress or whatever. These tricks aren't nearly as hard as Womp's Fortress is, that's for sure. God, oh, I haven't played Snowboard Kids in a very long time. I mean, definitely since it was like, you know, since I was 12 or whatever, whenever it was out. You said 97, I turned 13 in 97. That is almost surely the last time I played Snowboard Kids. There was a second one that came out too, wasn't there? Alright. Took kind of a safer, slightly slower route there. Just to make sure I don't get eaten by the piranha plant. Alright. Anything south of like 15th try, we're gonna go ahead and keep. Third try is very, very keepable. Got that guy. Perfect. Not perfect, but relative to how this was going. Probably should have just kept the first one, to be honest. It was like 4th try and I got eaten by the piranha plant. Big deal. But whatever, we're at a 1-2. That's cool, Pi. So, how are you, is there like a Snowboard Kids community or something? Like, how are you distributing that? Are you just doing it for fun? Like, for yourself? Are you going to publish it somewhere? I need more details. While I try a slightly different route that I've been working on through 1-3. This is a no red coins route, hopefully. Okay, except for that one. That's definitely the problematic red coin. And I... obviously in the route I wouldn't collect that one, but I do a trickier jump there, so as long as I collected one, I may as well just do the easier thing. Either way, I think this should shave time over the PB. The movement's a little more optimal now. Closer to optimal. But I will be keeping that half second from the red coin. Alright, alright. Very cool, man. And so when you guys play it, is it just going to be like on a particular emulator? Like, how deep are you going with it? Are you going to get like reproduction carts or whatever? I guess if you're changing the textures, the N64, the original hardware probably can't handle it. Right, right. I guess I meant more of like a ROM hack community type thing. Okay, Project 64, nice. Because, like, obviously there are pretty big communities of Super Mario World ROM hackers, and Nintendo doesn't seem to care. I mean, ostensibly they could shut them down in an instant, but they seem okay with that, which is kind of strange considering the shit they do shut down sometimes. Pretty good, Bert. Yeah, it sounds like it, man. That's cool. And you think it, I mean, obviously you do, but like it definitely looks better than the original. Because some of those, I don't know, some of those texture packs, I've seen them and I'm like, I don't know, I guess, like when I look at them for Super Mario 64, I just have such a hard time getting the original out of my head. And you know, I'm somebody who thinks that the original Mario 64 still, like, looks really good. So to me, it's kind of strange to, like, try to improve those textures. Or, like, you know, Yoshi's not a very active game at the moment, but, like, there was... Every now and then, somebody will stream it, like, just playing through it casually. Yoshi's Island. And they'll be using, like, the high-definition, anti-aliased, whatever, version on the emulator. And it's really jarring to me. Like, I guess in a vacuum it would look good, but I'm just so used to the, you know, the lower resolution textures and graphics of this game that, I don't know. It's almost like... I think the word blasphemy would be overboard here, but that's sort of the word that comes to mind. But it's funny, you know, it's funny to think about the communities for games that, you know, came out years ago, but that are still active. So, like, I mean, the speedrunning community is kind of separate from what I'm talking about. So, like, there was a baseball game that came out called MVP Baseball 2005. There are actually 3 versions of MVP Baseball starting in 03. But 05 was the last one. And apparently, I was reading about this a couple years ago. Apparently, there's a community of people who still play MVP Baseball 2005, and they update, like, all the rosters to be current. So, like, you know, Bryce Harper was, like, 12 in 2005, but he's in the game. And they update the uniforms. Like, I forget that I collected that red coin accidentally. This will not tie the world record for 1-5. They'll update the uniforms. Like, I think 2005 was the first year of the Nationals. I don't know, maybe not, but if it was the Expos, they would, like, update the franchise to the Nationals. All of that stuff. And it's like this really active community. And it's just, I don't know. I thought it was cool learning about that. Whereas, like, you know, the Madden community, they don't need to be active. They release a new Madden every year. But maybe that's a little different because, you know, the MLB The Show is, by all accounts, a really good game. Sony does a good job with it, I guess. But these people just, I don't know, they want to stick with MVP Baseball 2005. I mean, I was a big fan of 2003 and 2004. 2003 was a lot of fun. It was just really buggy. It was, like, way too easy to hit home runs. Hey, Real, thanks, man. How you doing? But it also had, like, some bugs. I kind of forget what they were, but they fixed a lot of it in 2004, and And then I guess they just sort of iterated on it in 2005. Yeah, for sure, real. MLB Power Pros. I think I've heard of that. It's kind of like an arcade-style baseball game, I guess. Because that's sort of what MVP 2003 felt like. Even though it was supposed to be much more of a Madden style. I accidentally spit out one of those melon bugs, and now I'm going slow. It was supposed to be more of a Madden style, so like kind of a more accurate picture of baseball and football, but like it was so easy to hit home runs that it came off feeling like an arcade style. But then they kind of fixed it. They fixed it pretty good in 04. I think the next movement I'm going to try to optimize is that movement right there in 1-8. I know I'm doing things a little bit slow. It's been a long time since I missed that jump. But whatever. Okay. I thought he was going to jump at me, but that works okay too. 1305 explosion is... I guess that's about normal for me, really. I don't know if this is right. So I have in my notes right here, just like little notes about my PB run. I wrote down below average salvo. I mean, I guess that one was below average. But I guess I thought I was going to make up some time there. Because otherwise that was, you know, pretty normal 1-8 for me. But, I don't know. I guess not. Hey, I have an egg. How about that? Yeah, not really, Pie. 1-8 went adequately. Looks like there's some decent time to make up at the end of World 2. But not a ton in the early goings. Man, I did that in warm-up or practice too. Oh yeah, tell me, Pi. I mean, I should preface that whole thing. Or I guess not preface at this point, but I should say, like, it doesn't, like, keep me up at night or anything like that. That some people dare release updated texture packs for stuff. Okay, I got you. That's kind of cool. It just gives the game a different feeling, I guess. That's a pretty simple change, too. Or I would think. No, you don't like the way Mario 64 looks? Yeah, my girlfriend doesn't either. I don't know. I'm too deep in that game, I guess. That I don't know. I wouldn't change anything about it, really. Surprised I saved time there. Yeah, I get that. Makes it feel fresh. I mean, I assume, like, all the physics and stuff, those are exactly the same. All the tricks and everything. You know, it's funny how just a couple of pretty simple changes can really change the way a game feels. I mean, music, I guess you could argue that changing the music in a game isn't exactly like a simple change. It's a pretty major thing. Third try is great for me these days. So the thing about the phrase graphics don't matter, I don't think anybody legitimately thinks graphics don't matter for a game. But I think the contention is that just because a game doesn't use top-of-the-line, innovative, really pushing the envelope type graphics, it doesn't say anything about the game itself. It just says that wasn't the priority, Like, I've always thought when people say, like, I don't care about graphics, like, that can't be right. That's just nonsense to me. Like, I get that they're maybe not literally saying that, but you gotta care about graphics. I kinda thought I only had 5 eggs. Guess I forgot to burn one. But, like, I really wonder... So, like, Yoshi's Island is an interesting example. Because this game was not supposed to look like this, or at least by all accounts. It was supposed to look much more like, frankly, the Yoshi story games looked. The rumors are that behind the success of Donkey Kong Country, they wanted the game to look like that, like the pre-rendered CGI stuff. And, yeah, I mean, just how, like, a lot of the subsequent Yoshi games look. This is sloppy as hell. And I really wonder, like, if they had somehow come out with the exact same game, would I like it as much? Because I frankly, I don't know. I don't really like that style. At least not the way the Yoshi games had implemented it. I mean, I don't know. It could just be nostalgia with me. But, like, I think Donkey Kong Country looks good. I wouldn't change it. But, like, if this game had looked like Donkey Kong Country, I don't know. Even if it's exactly the same game, I might not like it so much. That would be actually an interesting remaster for... I don't even know. That would be a huge project. But if somebody tried to, like... actually replicate what Nintendo wanted with the look, that would be interesting. And assume everything else would have been the same. What if Donkey Kong Country had looked like arcade Donkey Kong? Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can kind of... I think that you can see what they were going for when you watch, like, the intro cutscene. Where, like, the stork gets captured by Kamek's toadies and all of that junk. But, like, I kind of think that was what they wanted the game to look like. How they're kind of those 3D type looking things. But, yeah, I don't know. I really think that would have affected my opinion. Because I love the way this game looks. I mean, I think they... Obviously, I play this game a lot. Still. So, easy for me to say I think they came out with a masterpiece. And I don't think I would change anything. But it could be the nostalgia talking. gold? Maybe? I don't know, that was a pretty good 2-7 though. I can't imagine doing it faster if I'm not living the dream on that. Thought I missed that flutter. Yeah, I'm with you there, Pi. I mean, I think Galaxy is a lot of fun, but the graphics are really top-notch. Like, they did a fantastic job with that game. It's a beautiful looking game. And I know that speedrunners of the game kind of criticize that the movement isn't all that interesting. That they actually, I guess, took away a lot of stuff. And you know what? Like, I mean, granted, I played it before I was speedrunning Mario 64, so before I was really, before I think I cared all that much about something like that. But it's totally possible that the way that game looked completely masked how simplistic it is, I guess. I forget who it was, but I asked somebody, I was watching their Galaxy speedrun stream, and I asked them if it was a tough game to get into, and they said not really. Like, it's a 2.5 or 3 hour run, but it's pretty easy to learn. It seems hard to me, but because I don't know, you're doing a lot of weird shit with the gravity, like unintentional. You get to planets you're not really supposed to, and that's how there's like major sequence breaks in that game, I guess. Alright, well this is going to be a sub 30 flower pot. That's kind of cool. Maybe even sub 29. I don't have much concept for how fast this fight is. I know it's on 1.5 minutes though. Yeah, just in there. 2859 explosion. Take that. I have written down that my PB had a sketchy spike cranks. So, not too surprising to me that this is saving time. There's a chance it's gold, I guess. I can't think of any mistakes I made, really. Be right back. I'm gonna open a window. A little clammy in here. A Galaxy game for the Wii U. Are they working on a 3D Mario for the Wii U? Is that something that we actually expect to come out even? Or did they just kind of call it with 3D World and said like, there's your Mario game? Whew. What's up, Curly? How was the ball game? Yeah, I mean, you and me both, Pi. I, have sort of been playing 3D World. A buddy of mine has a Wii U, so when I go over to his place, I work through, like, a couple of levels, pretty much. It's fun. Ah, it sucks. At least you had fun, though. Shoutouts to Real for teaching me all that movement. This is like the 5th run. We had some reset issues. 1-1 and 1-2 are pretty tough levels when you really get down to it. But yeah, this is the first run that's gone anywhere for sure. We're gonna debut a couple new tricks in World 4 and World 6. With World 6, I'm gonna go for Rockless. Assuming I don't chicken out too much. Because it's pretty scary. So I've been timing myself on Rockless a lot. I've probably timed like 50, I don't know, maybe not 50, but 30 for sure. 30 trials. And I think I'm more consistent with Rockless than I am with Rock Full. Because my 6-6 has been pretty mediocre. But it's funny to do a trick where, like, really resetting the console is the only real... I mean, you can take a really long way if you mess up Rockless really bad. But it is actually pretty rare to do that, at least in my experience, so... I felt better about it like that. What's up, Kiwi? Yes. I'm not going to chicken out on that one. That one, I'm definitely going to go for. Well, Pi, I'm gonna keep playing it for a little while, so you can keep saying it, I guess. Yeah, and then in 4-7, 4-7 is we're gonna bring a glitch, kind of a glitch, I guess, a trick back from the dead. So I don't have a great concept of why runners don't go for this thing, but it shows up in Nathaniel's theory task, which I was looking at for a different reason the other day. And I found that trick, and Andy Kuma found it also, and he wanted to know more. I mentioned it, and I think I said the words like RTA viable, and how it wasn't RTA viable. But Andy Kuma thought otherwise, and so he messed around with it, and he says it really is, it is RTA viable. It's not a high likelihood that you get this trick, but it doesn't cost much. It costs like a second, maybe. I'll explain it in just a second. This is actually good. I have a chicken with me, and you could see right behind me when I hit that goal ring, the chicken flies away. Because the chicken is not allowed to leave level 3-3, and the chickens show up in some other levels, and they're not allowed to leave those levels. But there's a way that you can convince the game that the chicken is allowed to leave the level. And it's a frame-perfect thing. You kind of manipulate your eggs a little bit, and then, but the crux of the trick is that you start shooting an egg, or in that case a chicken, and then you cancel that egg shot or chicken shot right on the exact same frame that you go through the goal ring. And the game is kind of convinced that it'll let the chicken continue with you if you do that. And it has to be that frame, or at least that's what I've been told. And why that's useful is you can do this. I guess you can do it in any level that has chickens, but it's particularly useful in 4.7, or not so much in 4.7, but in 4.8. So the hookbill fight in 4.8. The chicken will still act like a chicken. So it'll be like kind of a boomerang type situation. But the chickens have interesting properties compared to eggs. So eggs, you can think of as having one hit point. So like right when the egg hits something, it's kind of done for the most part. You know, it hits an enemy, it disappears, right? But an egg, or a chicken rather, I'm kind of mixing up these terms. A chicken stays around. It takes a lot to kill a chicken. And so, I think the way MT put it is that the chicken's hitbox is like always active. Whereas the egg's hitbox kind of goes away after it hits something. And so on the hookbill fight, you can essentially turn one chicken into 4 eggs. So like one chicken will turn hookbill all the way over, and you can pound his belly. So instead of having to use 12 eggs, you can just use 3 chickens. Now that said, obviously it's a frame perfect trick, so it's not likely that I'm going to get it. But I'm going to try for it, and I've been practicing it, and I don't have much of a setup for it. I don't know that there is much of a setup that you can really get, but we're going to try it. There's a chance. You know, I think I'm getting it like one out of every 10 or so. It's pretty low. But, you know, we get some runs going. We'll eventually get that trick. And it's kind of tricky also to know what to do with the chicken when you're in 4.8, because you can easily lose the chicken. If it bounces off too many walls, that chicken dies. So you kind of have to keep hitting it. You have to keep hitting stuff with it. It's a little strange, but I've been working on it. So we're going to give it a try. It's a lot of build-up for a trick that I'm probably not going to get. Oh, and but if you get it and you do the hookbill fight perfectly and all that, it saves about, I don't know, in my measuring it was like 10 seconds. I mean, I've only done it once, I guess. I had a pretty bad 4.8, like just sketchy movement, but the hookbill fight was good, and I beat my best ever 4.8 by 5 seconds. So I think 10 seconds is kind of the realm of time saving that you're looking at if you do everything right. Which I think is pretty good. Not bad for having to barely even go out of your way in 4.7. You'll see, I'll tell you when I'm doing it. You'll kind of see the difference, but it's really nothing. I mean, I think I probably have accidentally collected the chickens that I need in 4.7. Yeah, 4.7 and then 6.6 I'm going to do Rockless. So we still got a bit of time. Yeah, KJ, not too bad. Definitely better than than starting out the run with like a 24-second deficit. Alright, I got written down that this stage was nominally sketchy in my PB. So let's make it not even nominally sketchy. Whew! That was pretty close. I feel fortunate to not have gotten hit there. Just stop dead in the tracks too. Oh yeah, Carol, you still digging that? Yeah, for anybody who likes Twitch, which I assume is several of you, but doesn't like Flash, which I also assume is several of you, you should, Curly, can you share that link? There's somebody who's rigged up kind of a client for Twitch that uses HTML5 or HLS encoding. And you don't have to have Flash, and you can watch Twitch. I have written down that it took me a little while to get in the boss door in 3.8. So that's something, I guess. That seems like an easy, probably second to save. .43.39 explosion. Would have been a pretty competitive time in the World 3 Yoshi tournament that we finished a few months ago. That's the most flattering thing I think anybody's ever told me. I installed Flash for you. And these other pro sports things. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Looks like my World 4 was pretty good. But we can still save some time. I don't know, did I turn red? Embarrassed if I turned red. Yeah, I guess on the other hand, I made you install Flash. So I should be apologizing to you. Let's kill some eggs so I don't forget to do that. Alright. Go ahead and do this. I'd like to get that shot off a little earlier so the star is bouncing my direction. But whatever. I've written down that I had a really sketchy first screen, and this time around the first screen went great. So, let's see what we got. Definitely, oh yeah, definitely looks like I'm saving time, like 8 seconds. Alright, I don't have anything written down for 4-2 or 4-3, so that means they were pretty good. Cut that close to the piranha plant hitbox, or it felt close. Man, Carly, it must be terrifying to be a pitcher in the major leagues sometimes. I mean, I guess you get to that level, you just sort of learn not to be scared, but with how hard that baseball can be hit, I don't know, and it feels like we've been seeing a lot of comebackers, like, to the head these days. I don't know. Alright. Red coinless. Yeah, exactly. That's probably true, Curly. I would say, of course, football chief among them. People are basically saying that these days. Well, not as fast as I would like, but it's alright. Not a disaster either. Oh my, what the fuck? Okay, I'm not dead, so that's nice. I think you can die right there. I kind of forget if there's spikes there. There might not be. But I'm not, yeah, I don't know what happened right there. That was strange. Finally got that room down. Overall, decent 4-4. Couple things went wrong, but nothing major, that's for sure. Hopefully milled will be good. I didn't... Alright, that was... I guess I stopped looking. I don't know what I did wrong with that ground pound. But I stopped looking. Only lost 2.5 seconds. I hope I remembered to look that up in the VOD. I'm not sure what happened there. I guess when I ground pounded, the game registered it for a small milled. And I was too much in speedrun routine mode to recognize it. Man, 4-5 is not a stage I really like losing time on. It's definitely among the easier stages in this game. I mean, for a stage that has a couple of skips and whatever, it is still pretty easy, but, I mean, it's not a ton of time. Just kind of annoying, I guess. But yeah, I think pretty much anybody would tell you 4-5 is not too challenging. Yeah, Kiwi knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun level, which is a good point, because, like, I don't think, like, 4-2 is definitely, like, one of the easiest stages in the game. Like, maybe the easiest? I can't immediately think of an... But, like, often those easy stages are no fun to play. But yeah, 4-5 is like, you still gotta do stuff. It's just that that stuff isn't hard to do. Jeez, these fish have it out for me. I got the bad fish. Yeah, look at that. Luckily, I got some egg shots designed for them. What is this, 4-6? Okay, I actually don't really need eggs. Alright, well here come the fun strats. 2 eggs, alright. I'm gonna burn an egg at the very beginning of 4-7. I'm gonna stop talking, I need to make sure that I can remember how to do this. But I think I got it. Hey, Kyrat, how's it going, man? Nah. So if I had canceled that at the exact right time, 1 frame, then I would still have a chicken with me. But alas, don't get to see it. Maybe next run. Maybe next run. I'm glad you checked Twitch too, also. I'm also glad that you checked Twitch. Had to change it up this week. I made some plans on Thursday. So we're doing Tuesday instead. Okay, well, I like to have more eggs than this. So hopefully I'll figure out a way to get an extra egg here. Like that. Right, Kiwi. No, Kyra, not tonight. I'm just doing Yoshi tonight. I mean, maybe if this ends up being like a sweet PB, then I'll do the Mario. But for now, I'm only planning on doing Yoshi tonight. So the idea with the chicken is that when I get here, I would still have the chicken. I would carry it all the way to the hookbill fight. And exactly, Kiwi. I kind of realized that I used the phrase "do the Mario" at the end of that. So I'd still have the chicken. I would probably just burn the rest of the eggs and only go in with the chicken. And the chicken basically just substitutes for 4 eggs. So I have to use 4 eggs to knock, to tip Hookbill over on his back. But I only have to use 1 chicken to do it. So we'll see it in a run sometime. But it's a really precise trick. So it might be a while before I actually get it in a run. That is about as good as my hookbill fights ever go. Yeah, KJ, I'm sure. Yeah, Kyrit plays on VC. So it's perfect. I bet Kyrit would race you anyway, even if he didn't. He is a racer at heart. You know, I wasn't sure. I kind of thought that would be gold. That hookbill fight was too solid. I tried, Kyrit. I tried. I'm not very good at those. Actually, I'm great at it when it goes the other direction and it can potentially waste a minute. I'm really good at it going on that side, but I'm not very good on like the real blast off. Alright, ton of time to make up in World 5 here, so let's get it going. Yo, Raiden. Yeah, they're looking good so far. But you know, World 5 and stuff. So we'll see, we'll see. I told myself that even if I was on really good pace, I would stick with the plan and do Rockless on 6-6. Because my numbers say that it's pretty consistent. Like, it's got a very low chance of... I mean, maybe like 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 maybe would actually be like kind of a run ender. But I don't know, I might chicken out. Okay. Okay, I kind of lost where I was there. Whatever, we're gonna do this. Hey, what's up, Void? Yeah, so far so good. But you know as well as anybody, there's a lot of Yoshing left to do. Will put me off guard a little bit. Strange 5-2. Definitely getting hit in places I don't usually. But we're through it, so... that's alright. This is going to be a little bit of a time loss, I think. But not too bad. Looks like about 4 seconds or so. This is the big deal anyway. This is a 75-second time save. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Kiwi. 5-2, like, it's kind of cool, like, with the ski lift jumps and all that junk. Like, it's kind of cool, but it really feels more of a chore once you start learning it. And 5-1 is kind of the opposite. I really like 5-1 now. Now that last screen doesn't kill me every single time. Yeah, 5-3, except for the skiing section. 5-3 becomes fun once you know what to do. It's a lot like 5-1 in that regard. Alright, I'm not gonna mess with this. Yeah, the cave is definitely hard. But it's one of those screens that it's because it's hard, it feels so good when you like when you just nail the movement. It feels really awesome. Alright, big old time save. Assuming no bonus challenge. Gonna be about 2 minutes up, I guess. Gold 5-3, yeah, I guess so. Oh right, I got the perfect flutter on the second set of ski lifts. I don't think I have a run where that's happened yet. Hopefully, well, I guess it has happened. I'm gonna save these splits no matter what, so... Now I got one. I don't think I messed anything up on that 5-3. Hey, Chini, how's it going? Yeah, let's, hopefully I can keep this going. Hopefully... I made sure to work on Bowser. Didn't spend all my time practicing silly low probability 4-1 or 4-7 tricks. I can't imagine having like a run on really good pace and then putting 5-4 skip on it. I don't think I'll ever learn 5-4 skip for that reason. It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of nervous already because this, you know, I mean, this feels like a pretty good run. Obviously the time says it's a good run. But, I can't imagine having to do this crazy complicated skip. You know, well more than 2/3 of the way through the run. Like, I'm kind of nervous about Rockless. I'm kind of nervous about 5-4 just at all. But I guess I am through the part where you're most likely to die. Not gonna tempt fate with those spikes. Yeah, if only it were that easy, Kyrat. My notes say for 5-5 that the first screen would be better phrased, have you ever played this game before? So I'm gonna guess there's a time save available in 5-5. Thank you, Nightmare. Believe me, for the pace I'm on, I'm more than happy to ride the Ghost. Oh, wow, I even skipped the red coins. Alright, I was talking about skipping those red coins with Andy today. I think it takes a perfect flutter. 'Cause that's what I think that's what I did right there. Yeah, 5-4. I don't know. I find lava skip really tough. It says I had a 5-shot sluggy in the PB, so sluggy was pretty good. Yeah, 6 isn't so bad. If you told me I'd have a 6-shot sluggy every single time, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Yeah, I guess, Nightmare, you and I are pretty close on the leaderboard, that's for sure. I don't know, I'm gonna do Rockless, so there's a chance this goes south for sure. Hey, Debbie, thanks so much for the host. It's been a while since I got legitimately rated. This is good. How's it going, everybody? I need to check out for just a second. I think I know what everybody's saying in chat, though. Very quality raid. This is good. I'm JP. I do speed runs. Probably only going to do this game tonight, but I'm on really good pace. And we'll see how this goes. Believe me, there's plenty of room for me to mess this up. So don't be deceived by me being up by almost 2 minutes. There is still a ton that can go wrong. For anybody who doesn't know, Debbie has been in my last couple of streams. She does, she streams artwork that she does, and I finally was able to catch one of her streams the other day. She's pretty good, guys, and I highly recommend checking her out. All right, this is a gold 5-5. It just has to be. That went completely according to plan. I'm doing well, Debbie. Hopefully gonna close this run out. Mylena, Booney Chew, how's it going? This is good. We got an auto scroller, so I can kind of catch up on stuff here. Trey, how's it going? Leonarda, thank you. I do too. I was actually checking out the leaderboard today. I'm like, I forget what rank I am. I'm like 29th or something like that. But it was my most recent PB was like 4 months ago, and it's like, man, time flies. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but I guess the dates don't lie. Yeah, absolutely, Booney. I should warn you. I don't stream all that often. Pretty much just once a week. But when I do, I'm doing speedruns. I don't think I've ever played a game casually. I did play a Mario 64 speedrun category that I'd never done before, and that kind of came off like a casual stream. Yes, I am, Trey. A proud graduate. I actually grew up in Austin, so it was just a match made in heaven. Oh yeah, Kiwi, I just noticed that. 206 is it's not only how much time I'm up by, but it's also the area code for Seattle, which is where I live. RV Tank, how's it going? Okay, those baseball boys seemed like they had way more eggs than they usually do. Ooh. So, Leonardo, the main categories that people run in Mario 64 are 16 star, 70 star, and 120 star. So 120 is like you get everything in the game. It's kind of like 100%. And 70 star is sort of, you get the minimum that you need to beat the game in the kind of developer intended way. And then 16 star is sort of a more kind of beat the game as fast as possible with no restrictions type category. There's actually a lower category. You can actually beat that game with any number of stars, like including 0. But that involves some really hard tricks that a lot of people just, they can't really land, so, like myself included. And so 16 is kind of the quickest route for most people. And those are definitely the 3 most played categories. I messed up that flutter there. Not supposed to need that baseball boy. Alright, we're through the auto-scroller. Hey, Matrix, what's up? How's it going, man? Yeah, Leonardo, that's exactly right. The stair trick. So in the 16 star category, you use one version of the stair trick, and that version is pretty accessible. It's not so bad. Just with a little practice, you can get it. And then in 0 and 1 star, use a couple of different versions that are much more difficult, like really significantly more difficult. Alright, so I'm gonna check out of chat for just a minute here. This is a pretty short level, but this is a major problem level at times. I actually almost did that, so I'll be right back. That's the hard part. But I died on this on my last really good run. This whole level's the hard part. There we go. Alright. That's the single, I think, the single hardest level in the game. It's so easy to mess up at so many points in 5-7. It is a run-ruining type level, for sure. Yeah, Matrix, I know it's kind of red up there. It was mostly just like half-second stuff. So it's not like hugely red. Yeah, we sure do, real. Might chicken out on Rockless. was kind of close. It's actually pretty easy to miss that pipe. It's not super precise, but it's more precise than it seems. I guess I wouldn't say it's precise, but it's not too forgiving either. Whoops. Well, I've had better rooms there. That's alright. Alright, so everybody needs to wish me luck with random number generators here. We want Raphael the Raven to go this way on the screen, this way. So this is my right, but we want him to go left. Because that's the fastest way that you can kill him. And it's random, it's totally random. Thank you. What's up, Queller? I appreciate that. Satanic Surfer, how's it going? And he went left. So that's good. Still gotta execute the pull butts. But we got it, that's great. That's fantastic. So even with the flub, I think I'm probably gonna save time. Alright, so World 6 is coming up. World 6 is tough. It's the last world in the game. Probably should be tough. But also my splits on my PB are really good. I had a really good World 6 in the PB. So, hopefully I match that. If I match that, that's great. This is a long cutscene. I need to stretch my legs. I'll be right back. You know, I've still never seen that, Raiden. I guess Raphael the Raven has, as Raiden says, a 1 in 128 chance of just standing still, which is actually the best RNG. But I've never seen it. Well, no lag there. It's usually a little bit of lag right in that section. I thought that chain chomp was going to get me. It's really nice of the developers to put a shadow on that chain chomp when he's about to take the ground out from you. Yeah, Debbie, Yoshi goes all over the place in this game. It's part of the fun of the Warpless category, as opposed to 100%, which some of you may have seen before. It's like you really get to optimize the movement through each level. Oh yeah, I have written down, that's kind of the one time save I really had in World 6. Everything else is pretty good. Good first screen. No, Debbie, it is not without a lot of practice, believe me. I don't know. I've probably finished like maybe, I don't know, 70 runs or maybe more of that, but maybe like 70 runs of this game. Multiply that by like basically 2 hours a run and you get like 70, or was that 140 hours of speedrunning? I've almost certainly spent more than that practicing. Like, almost certainly spent twice that practicing. Little skip there is nice. But luckily with this game, it's so easy to practice. Ooh boy. Alright, we're okay. Unexpected to get hit like that, but that's okay. But it's so easy to practice because, like, you can just go and play any level you want. It's not, like, annoying to get to. Oh, yeah, Leonardo. So, that's the kind of the story of this game, I guess. Is that we're trying to get Baby Mario from one part of Yoshi's Island to the next, and there's 8 different colors of Yoshi, and so they're setting up a relay system. And the only time they break that pattern is with the very last boss. They give it back to Green Yoshi. He's normally in charge of the first level on each world. But he's also in charge of the very final boss, which, you know, kind of makes sense. Okay, whatever. Those fuzzies are largely random, if not completely random. So there's not a lot you can do about any one particular pattern. Just gotta get used to dealing with them. You and me both, Mylena. Uh, 6-4 is a very tough stage. Really, the first 3 screens are kind of what's rough. It's a lot of timing-based stuff, because you don't want to get off cycle with these platforms. I have this dance choreographed, and if I make a mistake, I might have to wait for another cycle. That was good. Alright, that first screen went perfect. And this screen is just a very small interlude, but this next screen is serious business. I'm going to try to beat this little slimy boss as fast as I can, but he has a good chance of getting away. Alright, well that's not too bad. Alright, he's dead. It took longer than I would like, but it's tough to corral Salvo the right way. I'm not too upset with that. Yeah, Kiwi, I thought that was a strange pattern too. I've been experimenting with busting the stars open, but I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like not having that extra egg. But whatever. We're through it. I count these. So that I know when to jump. 13 of them, and I start going right when I can hit that 13th one. Tap Tap is not that hard. This is probably... This is one of the more frustrating bosses when you're just playing through this game normally. Because it's really hard to, like, time the egg shots. I don't know, it's really dangerous. You die on Tap Tap a lot. But when you know how to beat him, he's actually one of the easier bosses in the game. There's a way to beat Tap Tap with if you have 5 eggs. I actually have 5 eggs right there. It's a little slower than what I did. But you literally just tap A 5 times. And that will beat Tap Tap. You don't even move. You just A. Or A. That many. Alright. So this is a pretty chill level until the end, but we're a long way from the end. I'm gonna go for Rockless. I've never done it in a run, but I've been practicing it. I wouldn't say I feel confident with it, but I know that the numbers that I've been timing it a lot, and I know that there's a relatively low chance that it costs me a ton of time. And honestly, if I'm really still up like 2 minutes when we get to 6-6, it's probably not even going to cost me. It can't cost me that much time. I can call it at some point and then just do the normal strat, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. So we're going, for me, this is really going for the gold here. Yeah, I think so, Kiwi. I've been really surprised at how unusual it is to get into a terrible state with Rockless. Like, you can almost always salvage it. Like, if you get that key to move towards you at all, which is not that hard to do, then you can... I kind of have figured out how to recover from anything. So... And it's, I don't know, it's pretty forgiving, and I think it's actually more consistent than my normal 6-6. I'm not very good at 6-6. It's just not something that I've really practiced a lot. But like, even when I'm using the rock, sometimes it takes me like multiple tries. And I don't know. I'm feeling okay. It's more about just the timing. I hope I remember the timing. So on the second screen, for anybody who hasn't seen the speedrun before, this is a long auto-scroller, which means you can't go as fast as you want through this screen. The next screen is an auto-scroller as well, but it's a little faster. But there's a way to skip the auto-scroller. If you do a very particular jump, then you actually are able to keep the little sprite that comes on the screen, and that's what triggers the auto-scroller to start. But if you do a very particular jump, you can keep that sprite from ever appearing on the screen, and the game is just happy to let you run through the next screen. It saves a considerable amount of time, like 20 seconds or so, if you get it the first try. It's pretty precise, but I imagine I'll get it. Maybe not first try. I need to burn some eggs. Almost forgot. But we'll see. Nice. Third try's not too bad. So yeah, you would normally be auto-scrolling through this whole section. Albeit you'd be going faster, but than that first screen. Play it safe with those rocks. Alright, that's not too bad. I think it's like a Trihex meme to ask, like, what color is your favorite Yoshi? I don't know, I've seen that around. I might be a purple guy. Alright, let's see if I can get this. I think you guys will know if I get it. We're gonna call that sort of first try. Oh man, this is a gold 6-6 for sure. I mean, I could still die on this screen. I've definitely done it before. Hopefully that is not a bonus challenge. Alright, we're good. This is definitely a gold 6-6. I've never done Rockless before in a run. And that was pretty decent. You can do better, but that's pretty decent. Yo, Disco. Six, 7 isn't too bad. Don't get me wrong, there are places to die on it, but it's not too bad. Right here is a great place to die, actually. A place I've died several times. I'm not going to be a chicken with the save ring. Anytime you hit a save ring, basically anytime, it costs about 2 seconds to save your game and give you some stars. So we try not to hit any unnecessary save rings. And this is a relatively easy part of 6-7. This run's going pretty well. This is good. It would be really neat if I got a 146. I mean, it would be neat if I PB'd. I think by any amount, really. But like, yeah, I guess a 146 is possible. I have to have a perfect Bowser. And Bowser's pretty tough. What's up, Trix? For anybody who doesn't know, underscore Trix right there is the world record holder by a considerable margin in the 100% category of this game. And between Real and Raiden and Kiwi, we got a lot of... and Void earlier. We got a lot of Yoshi kids here. Alright, good 6-7. Can't ask for much more. Alright guys, wish me luck. I'm not very good at Bowser. I mean, that's real. I definitely struggle with Bowser. We're hoping for door 4. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but we're hoping for door number 4. That is the one save ring I'll get. I don't usually get that. But the run's too good to just accidentally get door 1 or whatever. And for anybody who doesn't know about door 4, it's not random. It's definitely not random. There's a spot where you shoot the egg, and you're basically guaranteed to get door 4. But you know, if you shoot just a little bit too early, just a little bit too late, problems arise. It's a lot trickier than it looks to keep Kamek from ever firing a spell at you. He actually got one off on me near the beginning. But it looks a lot easier than it is. And I don't know. I struggle with things not everybody does. Alright, final boss. I've been practicing this fight. Alright, this is the real final boss. I like to turn this music up a little bit. It's the way we do things around here. I'm with you, Kyra. Sure better. That's it. Nine shots is not bad for Bowser. We're gonna come in just a little north of 147. That's gonna be a 147, like 15 maybe? Actually a lot lower than that, Jesus. Just missed 146, sure did. God damn.